Hey, church family, on August 1st, we're beginning 21 days of prayer and fasting. We do this at the beginning of each semester as families are preparing to start back in school, as students are preparing to go back to school, but also in many ways because 40,000 college students moved back to San Marcos, Texas to prepare for their time at Texas State University. We also do this because we want to be a dependent people on God. That we want to have regular, large reminders of our need for the Lord and our dependence on Him and His provision for us that is greater than the provision of things of this world. And so I just want to highlight a few ways that we're encouraging everyone in our congregation to engage in these 21 days of prayer and fasting. The first is giving up something significant that would be a meaningful sacrifice over the next 21 days. For some of you, that might be food or certain types of food. And so that might be giving up meat for 21 days. That might be giving up sugar for 21 days. That might be giving up caffeine for 21 days. Or maybe that's giving up social media, but something significant for 21 days. Then another practice that we're encouraging all of our church family to participate in is a church-wide prayer call on Zoom at 6:30 a.m. Monday through Friday. And that's going to happen for the next 3 weeks starting August 1st. Again, that's 6:30 a.m. The link will be provided with this video in an email. But we would love for our whole church family to be on that Zoom call every morning at 6:30, Monday through Friday. And then on Sundays, we're going to gather. And I'm just believing that for the next 3 weeks, there'll be a real sweet unity in our church as we're fasting and praying together, as we're drawing near to God and begging Him to move. There's also a few additional things that we're encouraging our church family to consider in the 21 days of fasting and prayer. The first is reading through the Gospel of Mark. Mark highlights several things about Jesus. He highlights Jesus as a suffering servant. But he also highlights what it looks like to really be a disciple of Jesus. And so I want to press into that in these 21 days of fasting and prayer. We'll also encourage you to pray for 2 people in our congregation and then 2 people who are far from God. And just commit to pray intentionally and fervently over the next 21 days that God would bless them and show His kindness towards them. And then lastly, making a big ask of God. Perhaps there's a habit in your life that you've really been wanting God to transform, or there's a broken relationship or financial provision or healing, that we would really intentionally ask God for some specific things over the next 21 days. In church, I'm just believing that we're going to see God move both in us and through us in ways that are beyond our imagination, that God wants to move towards His people as we move towards Him in fasting and prayer. I really hope you'll join us, and we'll see you this Sunday.